Another Brick fan here with a set from the Star Wars helmet collection. This is Stormtrooper. This is set 75276, was released in March 2020, has 647 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $60 when it was released. This is one of 3 helmets from the Star Wars helmet collection, the others being Boba Fett and a TIE Fighter pilot. As you can see, they have the really nice sculpting around the side here of the base of the Stormtrooper helmet. There's some stickers, as you can see, along the side here. I like the use of this ingot piece on the ear to give it a little more texture. A couple of these dark gray details around the back of the helmet. And then here we come back to the other side. You can see that texturing that goes down to the front of the helmet. Good view in the front of the figure. And then this is a printed tile, which is nice to get. You don't have to worry about lining up the sticker for that. The base here is built up in this all black. It has some Technic in the middle of that to add to strength, so it is a very stable build. The Stormtrooper connects in from underneath here, and then as you can see there's a border and then a couple of more studs here to use just to give it plenty of stability on that base. So that is well done. These are printed 2x2 tiles with the black and gray striping, and then there's stickers on either end. You can see how that is offset just a little bit if you look closely at the mouth area there. However, I like how the eyes were sculpted in here, and these are clipped in, so lots of really nice building techniques. Obviously a lot of stud on the side construction where these are just panels that connect in on top of the Stormtrooper, so this doesn't come off completely, but you see how that is one panel that fits there, and the eyes are clipped in from the sides. I like the use of these pieces here to create the filters or the breathing area, and then there's a little bit of grilling down here as well. Overall, I think they've done a really good job at taking something that is so round in the real world, or the helmets themselves are very smooth and rounded, and to replicate that in Lego is difficult. So they use a lot of these small plates all over in various sizes to get that kind of rounding shape. And the studs don't bother me. I think that still makes for some really nice texturing around the entire Stormtrooper. Now this ingot does look good, but it can get pushed out of place because it's only on there by a single stud. So this is a round jumper plate that is connected to. So this is definitely designed as a display piece. Certainly doesn't have any real playability with it. And it fits in really nicely with the other 2 helmets from Star Wars. And I also think that there's an awful lot more Star Wars helmets they can do moving forward. I think a Captain Phasma would be really fun to see. I think it would be nice to see a Kylo Ren. Darth Vader, of course, was done in a smaller helmet as a Target exclusive. So it might be nice to have a more general release of a Darth Vader helmet that would be a little bit bigger than the one that was released before. There are quite a few more iconic helmets from the Star Wars universe that they can build. I also expect they're going to build some more from, say, the Marvel universe, or they could build stuff from the DC universe. A Batman cowl will be pretty interesting. As far as value goes for these helmets, they run about $60 for one of these helmets. This one has about 650 pieces, which puts it below the 10 cent per piece calculation that I used to start with for value. There's a lot of small pieces, obviously, so that's maybe not as great a measure. I think this helmet would be much more attractive at a $50 price point, just because there is no playability, no minifigures. However, it is aimed at the adult market. This is an 18+ set, which means they can tend to charge a little bit more for those, like the architecture sets, for example, I think are highly priced as well. Star Wars themed sets are generally a little bit more expensive. But as a model for the adult market, I think they hit the mark really well. Adults are going to really like how this model looks on display, and it certainly looks really good next to the other helmets. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Star Wars helmet. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I left a link to my Star Wars review playlist up here on the screen.